Hey everyone, this is Frank Morejon, MMA to the Max. We're here live with Tito Ortiz at the October 4th Kimbo Shamrock fight. Tito, what brings you out?
Well, I'm actually watching some exciting fights, with Kimbo and Ken Shamrock. I think it'll be a really exciting fight. But Gina Carano's another woman who's stepping up and laying it down for the women's of the future of MMA. Aaron Rosa, who was a trainee of me, who was one of my partners, he's fighting Seth Petrozelli. And it's some exciting fights to watch, I think. Plus, being on CBS, there's going to be some records broke and a lot of history being set tonight, or actually tomorrow night.
You talk about it being on CBS for 2 times now with the Elite and everything else. What do you think that brings to the public, putting it on free TV, so to speak, as opposed to pay-per-view? You know, the UFC's made a killing on the pay-per-view. Now that it's on free TV, how do you see it change MMA?
Oh, I think it changed MMA 100%. I mean, look at Kimbo Slice. I mean, he's had 3 fights, and he's one of the biggest things in MMA. And it's just kind of funny to see how CBS can push a name that much. But I think it really comes down to the fans that watch it. When there's 7 million fans that are watching it, those are the ones that are being accepted to the sport that began, 15 years ago. And it just looks like a factor now that, I'm young and I'm still on the hunt myself, and I've broke a lot of records, and I've set some history scores, and I'm excited to be a part of possibly CBS.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back and anything you choose to do. Yeah. You're no stranger to Ken Shamrock, as you know. So what do you think Ken needs to do in order to beat Kimbo in this fight?
I think it'll be really, really tough. But if Ken fights like the first time that I fought him, and he shows a lot of heart and a lot of determination, he could catch Kimbo when he gets tired. If he makes it past the first round, I think the fight will change. I think Ken will have a little bit of an upper hand just because of the technique of jiu-jitsu. I've watched Kimbo fight, and I see him making a lot of mistakes being on top. But he's a heavy-handed guy, and he's kind of hard to take down, and I know he's really strong. So, it might be an easy fight for Kimbo. But I think that just makes what MMA is all about. You never who can win at what. All of a sudden you say, yeah, Kimbo's going to kill him. Then all of a sudden Ken slides into a knee bar and catches him and submits him and shocks the world, and Ken's back. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. That's why MMA is so exciting.
Okay, so what's next for Tito Ortiz?
Well, right now, actually, I'm going to get surgery on Monday. I'll be out for about 6 months. I've had a back problem for the last 6 years, and it's time to get it fixed. I've had guy beat me in May that shouldn't have beat me, and I can't let these guys beat me anymore. Like I said, I've been doing it for 11 years, but I'm only 33, and I want to get the surgery so I can be 100% again and fight the way I used to. So all the fans are excited to watch me fight, because up to date I've had 22 fights, and every one of them have been action-packed where fans are watching no matter what.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you brought a lot to the table. You bring a lot to MMA. You've been a tremendous person in the sport. You brought the sport up as to what it was before, back in the 1990s. So we thank you so much for your time. We thank you so much for being
100%. here. It's all about the fighters, like I said. The companies are here as brands to push superstars and make superstars, and I want to be a guy to help those superstars begin, because there can only be one Tito Ortiz, man. Absolutely. So I'm going to help out and possibly make fighters a lot more money, so they can work harder and make more.
Last minute words for your fans out there?
All my fans, thank you for support. I appreciate it so much, and next summer I'll be fighting, and till then I maybe do some commentating here on CBS with Elite, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome, that would be great. Thank you so much, Tito.
Thank you, man. Sure.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.